All the information shared in this video is available on the public platform. Nothing is discussed here which may breach the confidentiality of our armed forces. Defense Detective respects our defense forces and works only on the information that is available for public use.
The U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, has indicted two Iranians and a Pakistani national for allegedly providing material support to Tehran's weapons program. A superseding indictment, filed on Thursday, charged two Iranian brothers, Shahab Mirkazeh and Yunus Mirkazeh, along with Pakistani Muhammad Pahalwan for conspiring to provide and providing material support to Iran's weapons of mass destruction program. The development comes on the heels of the DOJ charging another Pakistani national, Asif Raza Merchant, who also allegedly had ties with Iran, in connection with a plot to assassinate a U.S. politician and other officials on American soil. The issue was raised at Friday's Foreign Office press briefing in Islamabad, where spokesperson Mumtaz Zahra Baloch was asked about consular access to these individuals. She said in response to a question about the Pahalwan indictment, "I had informed some time back that we were given consular access to those Pakistanis." Thursday's indictment also accused the three men of conspiring to commit violence against maritime navigation and maritime transport involving weapons of mass destruction resulting in death. Pahalwan is currently in U.S. custody awaiting trial, while Shahab and Yunus remain at large. The superseding indictment allows authorities to add or delete charges from an earlier indictment filed in February. At the time, 4 men said to be carrying Pakistani identity papers came before a U.S. federal court for allegedly transporting weapons from Iran to Yemen in support of Houthis. According to fresh court documents, Shahab and Yunus work for Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Pahalwan allegedly worked for the Mirkazeh brothers as the captain of a smuggling vessel named the Yunus, which is owned by Shahab. Pahalwan allegedly collaborated with Shahab to prepare the dhow for multiple smuggling voyages, and Shahab paid Pahalwan in Iranian rials from a bank account in Shahab's name. Pahalwan allegedly arranged to receive payments from Shahab and Yunus in Iran and distributed the money to his family and others. On the night of 11th January, U.S. Central Command Navy forces and the U.S. Coast Guard boarded the dhow off the coast of Somalia. 2 Navy SEALs lost their lives during the interdiction. As alleged, the U.S. boarding team encountered 14 mariners on the vessel, including Pahalwan. During a search of the boat, the U.S. team allegedly located and seized Iranian-made advanced conventional weaponry. Preliminary analysis of the weaponry indicates that it includes critical components for medium-range ballistic missiles and anti-ship cruise missiles, including a warhead, propulsion, and guidance components. The type of weaponry found aboard the dhow is allegedly consistent with the weaponry used by Houthi rebel forces in recent attacks on merchant ships and U.S. military vessels in the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. Pahalwan is also charged with providing materially false information to U.S. Coast Guard officers during the boarding of the dhow regarding the vessel's captain and with witness intimidation for threatening one of the crew members on the dhow. If convicted, Pahalwan, Shahab, and Yunus all face maximum penalties of life in prison. A federal district court judge will determine any sentence after considering the U.S. sentencing guidelines and other statutory factors. An indictment is merely an allegation. All defendants are presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in a court of law. Asif Merchant Case. When asked about the Asif Merchant case, the 4 spokesperson on Friday said that they were still waiting for U.S. authorities to share details of this case. "We cannot legally determine any individual's nationality unless we receive the relevant information. When we receive information from the U.S. authorities, only then we would be able to determine our response." Earlier this week, during a news briefing in Washington, the U.S. State Department had addressed the recent indictment of Merchant, reaffirming the United States' commitment to safeguarding its citizens, including former officials, from threats posed by Iran. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller emphasized the government's resolve to take all necessary measures to ensure their safety. However, he declined to provide details on any discussions with Pakistani officials regarding the issue.